Hello everyone, I'm CoolGuy, welcome back. Today's video is about the power of focusing lens. It's on the artifact this season, it's one of the best that we've ever had. I don't know why nobody's talking about it. It goes on your class item, it costs 3 energy. Your light abilities do bonus damage to combatants affected by stasis, and yes, it 100% works in the Crucible. And I had a ton of comments in a previous video asking why I was running focusing lens. I'm about to show you why. It says combatants, and that can be iffy in the world of Destiny, but it works. And it works well. To the point that if you're running a light subclass and you have stasis teammates, you should have it on at all times. I'll go through different damages, combinations with teammates, and the best abilities. I'm going to be talking about PvE and PvP usage for focusing lens, but before I get into the breakdown, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN. They have an amazing deal for us. There's a link down below. My code is CoolGuy to get 83% off plus 3 extra months free, and they do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. I've been very happy with this service. I love it. Surfshark VPN is the only privacy product that allows unlimited simultaneous devices. Most of them limit you, but not Surfshark. You can have it on your phone, your desktop, as many devices as you want. Surfshark encrypts your data, keeps it safe. It's an extra layer of security for your photos, your videos, all your personal stuff so no one can see it. It hides your true IP address, and it's extremely easy to use. It sets you up with the closest server. The closest server to me is actually a fiber connection, so the speeds are great. A lot of us work from home, a lot of us definitely game, so that extra security is invaluable. And with so many people working from home, you can prevent ISP throttling from your provider and actually get faster speeds than they're capping you at. It works as an app or browser extension, allows you to place your phone or laptop anywhere in the world. With something like Disney Plus, it isn't available in some countries, so you just change your location and it's going to open right up. For Netflix, there are about 15 different Netflix libraries out there to go out and explore. With changing your location, you can see what's playing around the world. And what's great for us gamers is you can game in full privacy and security. That includes big ones like hiding your IP in Discord and other chats, and just not have to worry about it. Protection is key. So use my code CoolGuy to get 83% off plus 3 extra months free. There's a link down below right at the top of the description. And if for whatever reason you're unhappy, again, they do back a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out for yourself. I love this VPN, and I hope all of you get behind Surfshark as they've gotten behind me. It's a really good deal that they have for us. We've had some adjustments to stasis, but it's still going to be happening. So I want to first talk about PvE for a second. If you're running with a stasis teammate, they can throw a dust field, a shuriken, freezing. Just throwing stasis on a target, they will debuff the target for you. With something like Chaos Reach, at base it does 7,972 per tick on the dungeon boss. And this is with Geomag, so you get a little bit out of it, but with focusing lens on, it goes to 10,364 per tick. It's a very easy buff for your fire team to get going for these light subclasses, and all they have to do is be affected by stasis. And you get out on top of that with things like popping your arc super and critical health to get more damage from that artifact mod. Your melee, your grenade, your super, your abilities do more damage. With something like Falling Star on Middle Tree Titan, it's massive on its own, but have a teammate throw stasis on them, you get bigger damage. Maybe later on down the fight or in a different phase, they have a shuriken or a dust field, they throw that, then you throw your arc grenade on top of that. Maybe it's a pulse to keep pulsing for more damage. 3-man activities are great, especially with something like 2 Chaos Reach or 2 Falling Stars, and have that stasis user running around debuffing them. It's something to try out with your friends, but even if you're running like solo queue Nightfalls, say the 2 randoms that you're with are on stasis, you're running Chaos Reach, well, a Radiance, Nova Bomb, whatever it is, you should be throwing on focusing lens, 100%. And watch out for enemies being affected by stasis, and then throw your abilities at them. It's really good. In the Crucible, it's a little different. When an enemy is affected by stasis and you use your light ability, you deal 50% more damage than base of that ability. And you know when focusing lens has worked because the damage number is yellow, and it's like it hit a crit. There are some powerful combinations, even more powerful team play if you and a friend sync up. 50% is no joke, and in the background I have some tests going. I went through all Hunter, Titan, Warlock melees, grenades. I'm gonna go through a lot of this rapid fire, just so you can see what they do and just talk about some of the differences. I have them separated into melee and grenades. For the Warlock, the Solar subclass, the Celestial Fire melee does 35 per hit, and in this clip I do have on Necrotic Grips. With focusing lens on, the 35 jumps to 53, so a ranged 159 damage melee. And a big thing to remember about this test, and what's going to be happening in an actual engagement, real time, this is a dusk field. It will tick damage on the target the whole time that they're slowed. So 5 damage here, 5 damage there. And being affected by stasis could mean frozen, could mean slowed. And a big one that comes up a lot is that an enemy's hit with a 6-second duration of a shuriken slow that already did 66 damage. So something like this melee will one-shot them after being slowed. That's one of the main things about this video why I wanted to talk about it, because if you do have a spot open on your class item, you're running a light subclass, it's just 3 energy. Think about how much you see stasis in the Crucible, how much you see someone caught in a dusk field or slowed by a shuriken or trying to get away after being frozen from a stasis super. It comes up a lot. And like I said, in a little bit I'll talk about some lethal combinations, but all regular melees from any class go to 150 from 100. So something like the burning melees from the other solar trees, you just about get there when you add on top the burn damage that you're doing. It will get there if you have on necrotic grips, adding to that burn damage. If they're caught in the dust field for a little too long, it will finish them off. Now for arc, the arc chaining does not transfer the 50%, so that's good to know. It's only to the one that is slowed. Ball lightning on middle tree, it does 101 at base. With focusing lens on, it hits for 151, splitting into 2 parts. And a quick intermission here, the getaway artist does 16 per shot with focusing lens, so it gets down. For the Voidwalker middle tree, it does 100 base damage, then pushes them out and does 66 explosion damage. With the lens on, it goes to 150 and 98, so it's gonna one-shot everything. For the Titan has some good ones. The throwing hammer melee does 182 with focusing lens. It pretty much architects them, because remember, the dust field does damage on the side, so it ends up one-shotting. For bottom tree solar Titan, the sunspots, the melee and burn impact does one-shot them even if they get away. After that, it's going to drop that sunspot. Middle tree sentinel, it has a one-shot melee with the detonation. Middle tree striker is one of the best. With focusing lens, it does 195, it's a one-shot, and if you play middle tree, you tend to patrol the skies a lot, and it's a perfect combination when you see an enemy that is slowed or frozen right below you. You just go full send, you know you're getting more damage out of it. Bottom tree striker with knockout, if you have the buff on your screen and someone's slowed, it's a 1-punch for 240 damage. For the hunter, gunslinger, middle tree knives will one-shot if you land all the knives because the burn damage will finish them. But if you land some headshots, it's going to be an instant kill. Top tree explosive knife, it's a one-shot headshot with focusing lens, but if you hit him in the body, it's very, very close when you start adding on the duskfield damage. The heavy knife, bottom tree, it is a one-shot body. Maybe you can have on Athers's Embrace, team up with a teammate for this one. Middle tree Tempest Strike on Arc Strider is a one-shot for 195 damage. For the Night Stalker, the middle tree Corrosive Smoke is a one-shot if you stick them. With any Night Stalker, if you see them in the dust field, if you wombo combo it, you will down them if you add the grenade into this combination. If you have on Kepri Sting, remember it drops the grenade after you melee, that will one-shot them. As for the grenades on all of them, because a lot are shared, they're very powerful. Your AoE grenades, your solar, your pulse, they hit massive 120 damage ticks, so basically it's the impact of the grenade, then just one tick after. It's near instant. So if you know that an enemy is around a corner, you and a stasis friend, you can rush it. One can throw down the dust field, you can follow right after. There's no getting away from it. All of the sticky grenades, magnetic, flux, fusion, all of them one shot if you stick your enemy while they're affected by stasis. The lightning grenade is a one shot. All of them are extremely powerful. The most powerful one though is the skip grenade. The skip grenade will one shot when a player is affected by stasis. And I talked a little bit about team play, but this is going to be at the top because the skips track. And if you're going to go this route, I do highly suggest the Shinobu's Vow. If you see a dusk or a shuriken thrown, you could just follow it right up with the skip. The skip will find them and deal that massive damage for the one skip kill. Maybe they're across the way, you know that they got hit by a shuriken and they're slowly moving back into cover. Just throw that skip and it's going to do the work because they can't jump, they can't dodge, they can't move, reload, have accuracy. They're not getting out of that. Like imagine in Trials of Osiris at the start of the match, or maybe it's just a 3v2, let's go that route. You know that the enemy's rushing you. You ask your friend, hey, do you have a shuriken grenade? They say yes. Well, when they come around the corner, say they dusk it, you follow right up with one of these grenades. It's an easy kill, but you have to be in sync. There's a massive opportunity for team play with focusing lens. I'm going to be exploring this in the upcoming weeks. I'm going to be using it for Trials of Osiris today. And if you're a solo player and you see 2 to 4 stasis users on your team, put it on, try it out. It's just going to happen. Maybe in the start of the game, you follow a stasis hunter. At the start of games, a lot of people lead with grenades and shurikens. Just follow them right up with that skip or celestial fire melee, whatever it is. It works in PvP and it works well. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Did you know that focusing lens worked in the Crucible? And if so, is it making plays for you? Let's talk about it down below. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.